I do look forward to the appointments. I feel excited because I like to see, are they where they should be? And I really love getting the feedback at the end. They just kind of explained the programme, what the purpose of the programme was. You know, asked me to fill out a questionnaire, just took the details, opened a file for the child, and just explained what was going to happen. When you come for an appointment, normally I'd just come and sit in the waiting room and wait to be called by the health nurse in Station B. And when they call us in, she will weigh the baby, measure the baby, go through kind of feeding patterns, you know, with anything, eyes, arms, hearing, anything. I find room B probably my second favourite room. They track the child's development, and they would put blocks or other objects to see, are they grasping them or banging them together, or just really where they are at what stage of their development. Then the worker will leave. I love that it's free play. Because I have 2 children at home, I don't get to really spend the one-on-one time as much as I'd like. I might just sit him on my knee, I might just chat to him, I might just talk or sing a song to him. And I look at how he's looking at me, and he's looking at my features, and you know, if I'm smiling, he'll smile back. I learned that from PCPS, not to, you know, irritate, be in a child's face. Let the child communicate with you, take your cues from the children. And I just think that's a great way. It's really worked very well with my first child, and it's particularly working well with James. I think it makes him feel secure. I think it makes him feel independent. I think it's a lovely style. This approach, I find, especially over time, it involves concentration between mammy and child. It's building a relationship, it's building a foundation. Station D in particular was great. It would ask you, do you need any support at home, or who minds me? Which was great because, you know, being a mother of 2 young children, you don't get time to sit at home going, who's minding me? Introductory room probably didn't give me true idea of what it was going to be like. I didn't think it was going to be as mentally kind of drained. I didn't think I'd talk as much. I really thought it was going to be solely about the child. But room D really helped me, and it helped mind me. And I love to understand how a baby's brain works. It's only there, and you're getting the feedback to how your baby is and what to expect. You know, and you have the opportunity to sit down and think, well, how does the baby's brain work? What can I do? I think room D is great. They give you another chart as well, which is great to have at home. And because I got one on Isabella and then on James, I actually gave one of these charts to another friend who doesn't have PCPS in their area. When I finish my appointments with PCPS, I go home and share the information with my partner, because I can show him the chart that I got from PCPS to what he should be doing when. So yeah, like if it wasn't for PCPS, I would actually feel very alone. I wouldn't know what support was out there. And it's purely down to the PCPS. I just feel like I have just such a security blanket now. And then when it's finished, it's, you know, your child has made you proud. You know, they're doing things that you don't generally notice kind of every other day. My only question or suggestion would ever be, how is this not available in other areas? Because I think it really helps parents. I think it really helps children. I think everyone needs to know about this.
Working in PCPS is a real privilege. How it truly concentrates on prevention and early intervention. The programme is made up of 6 visits. It's a high commitment over 18 months. Out of all of the population of newborns in Ballymun, 72% of babies come to the programme with their parents. Also, which is great, about 10% of fathers come as well. Day by day, the administrator in the morning time provides us with a list of all the scheduled appointments for that day. And at 9 a.m, we have a brief 10 to 15 minute meeting to discuss important information for every parent and child who's visiting. Each professional goes to their station. There are 3 stations in PCPS, and each professional takes time to prepare their protocols and the resources for that day. In PCPS, we work as a multidisciplinary team made up of public health nurses, speech and language therapists and psychologists, and we work in a really integrated way to support the well-being of babies and parents. Each part of PCPS is very protocolized. There's formal structure, a set structure for each station. We have 10 scheduled appointments every day, and each appointment maybe takes about 1 hour to 1 hour and 15. We have a debrief meeting to discuss all the cases that have been seen that day. And we take time to consider cases that require extra support, and these cases go to a status of monthly meeting, a meeting every month where we discuss these cases so that we can get support from the program developer, supervision on how best to manage these cases, and also as practitioners it's time and space to think together about how best to support these families who have extra challenges. A lot of parents feel at the end of PCPS, they say to me that they feel that they've gone through a personal growth and personal journey through the periodical visits that they've come to. And I remember during the PCPS training, my sister had a baby. I was trying to understand all of the knowledge that I was learning and trying to map it onto his stages of development, because the training of PCPS, there's a great depth to its philosophy and the theory behind it in terms of infant mental health practice. It was amazing for me to have a baby where I could track and understand that development right in front of my eyes. And I suppose it made me think about parents who are coming to the programme. They find it fascinating because they tell me, wow, I never would have thought about it like that before, and now I see it through different eyes. I suppose the personal journey for me throughout my training helped me realise the personal journey that every parent is going to go through when they're coming to the programme.